Good morning. This is for Bianca for her neck pain. So these are just a couple of yoga poses that are known to be really good for the cervical spine. Quite often in today's sort of office environment, even at home, we have text neck, so we're always sitting crouched over. So I'm just going to show you a heart opener and a couple of twists, and to open up even the rib cage as well, because neck pain can be connected to the chest and the ribs being constantly caved in. So just starting, you can start an easy pose if it's better on your knees or your hips, which is just cross-legged, or you can do it the way I was doing it, which is sort of, on our knees, doesn't matter. So just starting here, we're going to take a couple of breaths, and we're just going to open up our heart center here. So we're going to breathe in and stretch out our arms gently. So breathe in. And just slowly feeling that chest area open up. Thumbs can be pointed to the back of the room. And exhale, round the spine, tuck the chin and forward. You should feel that nice curvature and a bit of a stretch here. And then inhale, open up the chest. And just holding there if you can. You should really feel like that is doing all sorts of good to the chest area. And exhale. Once more, opening up. And lifting up the chin, looking up with the eyes. Exhale. So you can do that as many times as you like. This is a brilliant opener for the chest. You can even hold that position or stretch the arms if it feels good. You can lean back if it's not too hard on the lower back. But basically just inhale to open up the area. Exhale to fold. So that's the first one. The next one I'm going to show you is called a cow face without our arms. So it's basically a stretch for the back of the shoulder blades. So it's called cow face, I'm not sure why. We basically cross our elbows over, and we're going to swap the other way in a second. Cross our elbows over, and we grip our hands if you can, doesn't matter if you can't, you just hold it there. So inhale, cross the arms, and then we just pull those shoulder blades, or pull the elbows up just to create that stretch in the back. So inhale, cross the arms, and pulling those elbows up, and hold here, breathing into any tension. You can really feel it across those shoulder blades. Breathing in, don't go to the point where it hurts, just feel that loosening, that sort of stretching. Exhale, unwind, and then we go the other way, so elbow goes over, grip, inhale, lift those elbows just a little bit, tuck the chin, exhale. And then just notice how that feels. It should feel like something loosens. Give the shoulders a little bit of a wind back. We're notorious for going forwards and having this hunchback. So shoulders back, just gently tuck the chin. So we should feel like the neck comes back a little bit, because we're known for having our neck too far forward. So shoulders back, neck back. So the next one that's really useful for neck pain, and I recommend you do each of these at least 6 times on each side. So the next one that feels really good on your shoulder blades and that cervical spine is a supported bridge. So you can use a pillow, a blanket, blocks if you have them, but we're just going to raise up our hips so that the weight sort of comes back into our shoulders. So making sure we're in neutral here, ankles are close to the butt as you can get, that feels comfortable. And we're just going to lift the heels, lift the hips, and place a pillow, a block, a blanket, anything you like, some books. I'm going to go on the high side here, but find where your sweet spot is. And then lower, and just noticing how the weight just sort of gently shifts back into your shoulder blades. And we're going to have our arms into cactus, so that's in just like a cactus. So I'm going to sit here for a few breaths, just noticing the shift and the difference in that weight. And if you can, have both legs up. So that will really, you can alternate if that's too strong. But just noticing how the energy just shifts right down into that cervical spine. It should be really relaxing. You can even rotate the ankles here. You can move your hands back, forward with the breath. But you should be able to stay in that supported bridge position for quite a while. You can even watch television, read a book, scroll through your phone, so that you can just feel there's like a weight difference into the back of the spine. So it's the opposite of a hunchback. And just stay there and really breathe into the back of your body in that supported bridge. And then to come down, lift the heels, lift the back, and then slowly roll each vertebrae down and hug the knees in. So after doing a supported bridge, when you do that counter stretch with the knees in, that should feel just really beautiful, keeping the neck all loose and just enjoying that counter stretch. You can even rock back and forth. And the last one I want to show you is triangle, which is renowned for really helping that cervical spine. It's a twist, actually, it's a standing twist. Might move you back a bit so I can show you. So triangle is, we have one leg, one foot facing that way, and the other is perpendicular this way. So we're going to keep this back straight leg and micro bend in the knees here, don't overflex them. We're going to keep this hip here. We're going to stretch this hand out in line with this foot that's facing forward. We're just going to pull that out as far as it feels comfortable where you can still breathe. Other hand goes out. I'm just going to twist like that. So it doesn't have to go all the way down, just where it feels like you can open up that side body. So again, we sort of push out, keeping that hip back, twist. And here you can keep that neck forward, or if it feels okay, you can just look up to the hand that's upwards. You should feel like that is opening up, so it's a nice twist up the side body. And we breathe into any tension, gently look the neck up if that feels okay, or just keep it straight. Breathe. And go further if the breath allows you to. And then bend the knee just to come back up. And then notice how that opens up that side rib cage, the core. There should be just like this lengthening and spaciousness. And then we swap the other way. One foot goes in, the other goes out. This hip stays back. Reach the arm out. Reach, reach, reach. Keep that hip back. And then twist. Looking up if that feels right for your neck. Don't lock out the knees, just a micro bend. Breathe into that side body. You should feel this neck. It should feel comfortable, it shouldn't feel painful, but it should feel like it's sort of tensing and releasing at the same time. Breathe. Should be good through your breath right into the side body. And then bend the knee to come up. That should feel really quiet. You should notice this spaciousness of both sides of the body now. So that's a couple of moves that will help the neck pain.